Yo, assalamu alaikum. What's up, it's your boy Mo. Alhamdulillah. I'm back uploading on the channel, and in this video, inshallah, I'm gonna be giving you guys top 4 tips for game week 4 in the fantasy Premier League, inshallah. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it, inshallah. So, first tip for the next game week 4, inshallah, would be to focus on Brighton attackers. Brighton have been very, very strong so far in the Premier League since the season has started in the first 3 games. They've won 2 and they've had a draw against a tough Arsenal in the Emirates Stadium. Obviously, it hurt, and the red card, it hurt, but they really were a very tough opponent against us. So Brighton are looking very, very scary. They're looking very, very good. Like, by the way things are going, like they could really finish like top 5, top 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really looking good for them. And we've seen their attacking players like Mitoma, Welbeck, and also Joao Pedro. Like, it wouldn't be a bad shout to chuck a couple in your squad, especially for the next game week, because actually Brighton are playing Ipswich Town, who have not been really good so far. Obviously, they have recently came up to the Premier League since I don't know when was the last time they were in the Premier League. So yeah, and they don't have the best defense. Like, they conceded 7 goals in 3 games and lost 2 and had 1 draw. So yeah, they're not really the best team so far. Yeah, so as I said, Brighton have been really good so far in the Premier League. In 3 games, they've managed to score double that, 6 goals. You know, they managed to score against Arsenal, who are known for their defense and their clean sheets at home. So I wouldn't say it's a bad idea to chuck a couple of Brighton attackers. Like, in my team, as you can see, inshallah, I have Mitoma and Welbeck, who have been really very good so far. If you put Joao Pedro instead of Welbeck or Mitoma, you know what I'm saying? Like, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, Joao Pedro is also being very good. Like, he's the one that scored in the Emirates Stadium. So that's the first tip, and that is very important. Yeah, they're playing Ipswich Town. They're playing home, so it wouldn't be a bad shot to chuck a couple Brighton attackers in your team, inshallah. Now, for the second tip, I strongly recommend you guys to put Ollie Watkins in your squad. Like, Ollie Watkins is known. He's a quality player, English national team player. He's been very good in the Euros off the bench. You know, the man came in and scored in the last minute, obviously. So he's a very, very good player. And he plays Everton next game week. And also, Everton have not been good so far in the Premier League. They played 3 games, lost 3, and they've conceded 11 goals in the 3 games. So obviously, they're last place at the moment. And putting Ollie Watkins in your squad, you know, because they're playing them, and most likely Aston Villa are going to win this game, inshallah. So I would recommend you to put Ollie Watkins, and it wouldn't be a bad shout if you even captain him for this one. Like, yeah, I highly recommend you have him in your team, like, for this one. So yeah. And tip number 3 is Mohamed Salah, man. Like, this man, mashallah, Allahumma barik, has been on fire since the start of the season. He's been one of the best sprint players so far, and one of the best in the world, like, since the start of the season. Mashallah, Allahumma barik. He scored 3 and assisted 3 in 3 games, and even had 2 assists and 1 goal against Man United last game, which he was the man of the match of that game, in my opinion. So it would definitely be important to have him in your team. Liverpool are looking very strong so far. 3 clean sheets so far. So that's what I'm saying. 3 wins, 3 clean sheets. They're looking very strong. Mo Salah is looking on fire. MashaAllah, Allahumma barik. His form is incredible. So putting him in your team is really, like, important, very important. He's worth the money. He's worth the 12.6 million. He's really worth it. The man, he assists, he scores. If you want to captain him, that'll be amazing. I think he's really an important player. Alright, so tip number 4, and that is the last tip for this video. That is Luis Diaz, who also have been on fire this season so far. The man is going crazy. The man last game scored twice against Man United. 2 incredible goals, a header and a first timer, you know, in the tough corner for Onana, obviously. So consider him, really, like, consider him. He's cheap at the moment. It doesn't cost much, 7 point something million. So it's looking like it's gonna be maybe his prime season at Liverpool. The man is going crazy. Allahu Akbar. He has scored 3 and assisted 1 in 3 games so far in the Premier League, including obviously the brace against Man United. So I would also strongly recommend to have him in your team. And to do it now is better than later, because maybe later it would cost you more. So we recommend Luis Diaz, Salah, a couple Brighton players, and Ollie Watkins for the next game week. And that was it for this video. Consider them, and after the game week 4 is done, you can come back to this video and tell me, hey Mo, you're right, thank you. And if I would recommend you to captain someone for this one, I would recommend you to captain Ollie Watkins against Everton. And even if you triple him, wouldn't be a bad idea. If not, then Mo Salah or even Mitoma or Joao Pedro would be a bad idea. But yeah, I mean, obviously most of you are going to captain Haaland anyway, but I don't have him in my team. But yeah, so if you like the video and you find it interesting, you can like it, share, comment, do all the good stuff. I'll catch you guys up in the next one, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.